All right, people, I know it's been a while since I've been doing some videos and I'm trying to get caught up. Been in Kansas, been trying to kill a deer over there. But anyway, got back home, started killing some squirrels. Been quarantined, so I've been staying up there in the bunkhouse and hadn't been able to come into the house until today. My 14 days is up, so I'm back home right now, so I'm trying to get something for y'all to watch. Anyway, been shooting some squirrels. So I got 7 of them right here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut those up. I'm gonna quarter them up just like you would a deer. I'm gonna batter them and fry them in self-rising flour. I've got 2 cans of beef broth right here, and I'm getting them hot in this little pot right here. I'm getting that warmed up. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fry. I'm gonna batter the squirrels up. I'm gonna fry them. I'm gonna put them over in the broth while the broth is hot. All right. Then I'm going to take some more, probably a cup more of the self-rising flour, and I'm going to brown that flour in this in that same skillet that I fried that I browned the meat in. Anyway, then I want to add that to this while it's hot. I've got this on hot right now, so I'm getting it started. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat. I know this is cheating, but this is a whole lot easier to clean up. Whole lot easier to clean up than that is the way to go right there, people. That's the way to go. Anyway, if I have to add any more, which I probably will have to add more, I'll add water probably instead. And what I'm going to do right now is go ahead and add a cup of water. Maybe a can of water to this right here, just in case it wants to burn that bag. But anyway, so right now what I'm fixing to do is while everything's getting warmed up and hot, I'm going to quarter these things up where they're easier to fry, and then I'm going to fry them, put them in the broth, brown my flour, put it in the broth with the quartered up squirrels, and then once I get that all mixed up in here, I'm going to pour it into the crock pot, put the lid on it, walk out and go to work, put it on low, come back lunchtime, and see what it looks like. Anyway, I'm gonna put y'all on fast motion and get this stuff going. Y'all hang in there. It's gonna be good. I promise you, it's good. All right, here we go. I've been quartering these things up. You see what I'm doing. I don't keep the rib cage because all it's gonna do in that crock pot is when it falls apart, those ribs are gonna go through everything, and I just do not like. There's a couple things I don't like. I don't like hair on my squirrels, and I sure don't like bones all through my gravy. I don't like picking through bones at all. So what we doing is we quartering this bad boy up, and but at least I'm not growing up we ate brains and all, so at least I'm not sharing that part with you. But I had a fella from Louisiana said something about that, commented on, do you eat the brains? And I said, well, we grew up eating them, but not anymore. I figured I better, people frown on that right there. So I tell you what, they did look a little rough in the pot though, with the teeth hanging out, and it was pretty rough looking, but oh, they were good. Anyway, what I'm gonna do right now is I'm quartering this stuff up. Like I said, I'm gonna batter it and fry it, and I'm gonna put it in there with the broth, and then I'm gonna brown up some flour. But y'all see what's going on. I ain't gonna bore you with the rest of it. I'm gonna finish cutting it up, and I'm gonna get to cooking. All right, I got them all quartered up. I'm gonna put a little garlic salt on them. And a lot of black pepper. Black pepper to me makes gravy. So don't be scared to put it in there. And like I said, you can do this in if you don't feel like spending the time to do what I'm doing right here. You can pressure cook these squirrels and then fry them. Yeah. And it makes it a whole lot faster. Let me get this on right here, turbo. All right. you make it a whole lot faster. And you can even cook, you can cook your gravy in Instapot or whatever, you know, if you wanted to do that right there. I'm just dragging out the old crock pot because I hadn't used it in a while. And see how it turns out. You can do it on a stove. You don't have to have a crock pot, Instapot, none of that right there. You can just, like I said, you can do it on a stove. You know, in a pot. I could use this little pot right here that you see I got that beef broth in. I could take that right there and put the lid on it and turn it down on low. I just really don't feel comfortable walking out of the house and going back to work with that running. I'd rather not chance it, so I'm just gonna try it with this is how I do it. Okay. And I'll take the rest of what's left over, and then that's woo! Ain't nothing like making a mess, is there? Look at that though. Look like gonna be some little fried chicken legs right there in it. Gonna be good, y'all. Can't wait. Anyway, all right, let's get to frying, and then we'll stop and talk about the situation a little bit. It's gonna be good. All right, y'all look at that right there. Let me turn that down a little bit. All right. Now, the reason that we're doing all of this, I mean, I would love to be able to eat those just like they are right there, but there's no possible way. I mean, they're just super tough. So what we're doing right now is just, and we're not trying to cook them thoroughly. All we're doing is just browning the outside of them. We're going to put them in here in the broth, and then I'm going to make the, burn the flour or brown the flour a little bit, and make my roux or my brown gravy. Anyway, got another pan to go in there after this one. So anyway, looking pretty good so far. All right, here we go. Let me get y'all caught up right there. Y'all see what I'm doing. I'd rather not get that grease in there, sort of hard to do with one hand. Let me turn that thing down right there a little bit. Anyway, like I said, not trying to get them completely done, just browning them on the outside, because I'm fixing to make my gravy. Y'all, it's smelling good already, let me tell you. Now, you can salt and pepper when you get ready. All I'm gonna say is, it's easy to overdo it, so be careful. All right, let me turn that down a little bit. All right. Now see, I'm already making gravy right there. You see how brown that is? It's browning up a little bit. Now, let me show you what I'm gonna do right here. I'll take a little bit of this. I'm trying to do this. I need some help, but I don't have it, so. Okay, now, this is where it gets tricky at, people. You've got to keep this stuff right here moving. And if you burn it too much, it's okay. Just start over, because it's really not, it's not that big of a deal if you do burn it. But you've got to keep it moving, because this stuff right here will burn in just a second. You'll smoke the house up in just a minute. But this is how. Now, you could do this with bacon drippings, you know what I'm saying? And it would be even better. Like fry that squirrel in the bacon. But, hey, I'm trying to watch my cholesterol. So, and down here in the South, we fry everything. So, anyway, let me stop it and then get it closer to brown, and I'll show you the difference. All right, here we go. Can y'all see that? See how brown that is now? And all you gotta do is take that flour and just keep moving it, because you can see it turning brown. Everything that's touching the bottom of that skillet I'm talking about, it turns brown quick. Now, you don't have to turn it this brown. If you don't like your gravy that brown, then just don't brown your flour as much. I mean, there's so many different directions you can go with this right here. But anyway, what I got, a cup and a half maybe in here, maybe 2 cups of flour. So I got my gravy. I mean, I got my stuff hot right here. So now this will froth up with you pretty quick. This is why I wanted it hot right here. because I want it to break that stuff down and make a gravy. Then I can put it in the crock pot once I get all this stirred up. Now I'm holding this with one hand and cooking with the other, so y'all just bear with me. I'm trying. Yeah, now you gotta be easy. Keep it down because it'll froth up and blow over. You just talking about make a mess. Woo! Now then, we're making a gravy, y'all. See that brown gravy? Woo! Holy moly. Now all I gotta do is work on some biscuits after I get this rolling. Look at that. See how thick it's getting? And it'll just get thicker and thicker and thicker. Now, the bigger the pot of gravy you're gonna make, the more flour you're gonna use. You can if you get to a certain point and you say, boy, it's not thick enough, you can always use cornstarch and thicken it up if you need to. You know, there's a lot of different ways y'all can go with, go with it to make it different. Let me turn that down a little bit more. Now, what I'm gonna do right here is I'm gonna have to add a little bit more water. You can tell that's just gonna be a little bit too thick. Once it cooks out, it'll be too thick. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour this in the crock pot, and then I'll turn the video back on and we'll talk about it a little bit more. I'm gonna season it up a little bit too when I do that. All right, bear with me. All right, you see I'm making a mess, but let's see if I can do this. All I did was just knock the top off this black pepper. I like pretty good bit of black pepper in there. To me, that's what makes brown gravy. And you can season it like you want to. Now, I still hadn't added my water, so I need to add a little bit more water, or beef broth, whichever one you desire, or chicken broth, or beef stock, or, whatever. You see it's going to be super thick, though, like that right there, so I'm going to have to add a little bit more to it. Now, I did also add, while I was cooking, another can of water to what I was doing. So, anyway, I got my crock pot right here with my liner in it. I'm fixing to pour this in there, and then I'll put the lid on it. We're going to come back and check it in a little bit. All right, let's look at it. I got it in here, and I had forgotten about the extra can of water that I'd poured into this, so it turned out pretty good. So I got like 2 cans of beef stock and maybe 2 cans of water. And probably 2 cups of flour, maybe a cup and a half, 2 cups of flour, something like that. Garlic salt, black pepper. The only thing that worries me about showing y'all how we do it, I know it, and I'm sure there's other, people's got better ways of doing it. And hey, I'm all ears. I'd love to hear it, but I'm scared of me showing y'all this right here. I won't have no squirrels to kill in the woods now. Y'all be out there killing them all, because man, let me tell you, this right here. This is one of my favorites right here. Turtle, and then this. Turtle's my favorite, and then this. Okay, now listen. You can always add salt and pepper or whatever you need as you go. Like you come in an hour or so. I'm going to turn this down too low. Anyway, you come back in an hour or so, and you stick your spoon in there, and you give it a, you give it a test run and say, okay, it needs a little salt. Well, you can add, but listen, if you just go to salt and then pepper right now, then it's going to be too much when it's fully cooked. So just ease along with it. Just ease along with it. It's hard to take away. It's easy to add. Anyway, maybe this afternoon I can do a video on some homemade biscuits. And we can show y'all pouring this gravy over them biscuits. Let me tell you, fine, y'all. Anyway, y'all hang in there. We're gonna be eating shortly. Whoo, let me tell you, got the whole house smelling good, folks. I promise you, this right here is gonna be fine. Oh, now some of them younger squirrels are probably already tender enough that you could get busy right now. Oh, I don't have any biscuits cooked yet, so I'm gonna wait till this afternoon. They'll be falling apart. Yeah, they'll be falling apart. But let me tell you, this right here, I just want to get y'all caught up and see how it's going. It's probably been a couple hours since I started. Still got it on low, still just letting it simmer. Just come back in here and make sure I ain't burnt the house down, Anyway, I'm fixing to get back out there and go to work, and I'll come back in later on and finish the video up. Smelling good. It's going to be good. I tried the gravy. Gravy's perfect. Oh, I hadn't added any more salt or pepper to it. Just been just right, just like it is. For me, for my taste anyway. Y'all hang in there, we're gonna be eating shortly. All right, been out there working, it's afternoon. I walked in the door and like knocked me down, it smells so good. Let's see what we're looking like. Yeah, we good. Yeah, we're good, we're falling apart. All right, look at this right here. Can y'all see that right there? Y'all see that? That's what you want though. And let me tell you, folks, it don't get no better than that right there. It takes several squirrels to feed somebody, but when you put them biscuits in there with it, oh, it's good. Anyway, I'll try to end the video up this afternoon later on. Well, it'll probably be tonight. I'll get in from hunting, but I'll try to end the video up, you know, with it over a biscuit and trying it, you know, and seeing what it tastes like. But let me tell you, right now I done tried it. It's good. It's really good. Anyway, we fixed to be eating here any minute now. The next scene you see, we're gonna be eating. All right, here we go. Didn't get this done last night. Didn't get the biscuits made. I had to. I harvested a deer late yesterday afternoon, and so I got in here first thing this morning and just warmed this stuff up. Made me a pan of biscuits. We should do a video on that pretty quick on the biscuits. So I'm fixing, this is gonna be breakfast right here, squirrel gravy. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I've already tried it. It is unbelievable. It's hard to hold the phone and eat. So hey, I told you we'd get this thing, we'd be eating pretty soon. Here it is. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Hey, appreciate y'all.